Hello and welcome again at Learning is Fun. Today's topic is about parts of sentences again. Before we start, let's see the examples first. What are they doing? She is writing a letter. The old man is singing a song. Now, as you know earlier, that I have discussed in my last video what the sentence is. But in this video again, I try to let you remember the thing again. What is a sentence? A sentence is a combination of words that makes complete sense. For example, John plays football every day. Now, in English sentences, you find there are four major parts. I have already discussed subject and predicate in my last video. Today, I am going to discuss subject and object. Let's talk about subject first. You know, here you find there is an example. The mouse likes to eat cookies and milk. If you ask questions, who or what, the answer should be the subject. That is, in other words, you can say who or what the sentence is about is the subject of that sentence. And in this sentence, the sentence is about who, that is the mouse. Who likes to eat cookies and milk? The answer should be the mouse. So the mouse is the subject. Now, let's remember again the difference between subject, predicate and object. Here, there is an example, the hero rescued the crowd. Here you find subject always the doer of an action, that is the hero. Rescued, the word that mention that action, that is predicate. And the crowd, the object, the things on which the doer acts. So here you find a clear picture about what is a subject and what is predicate and of course what is an object. Now let's discuss elaborately about object. Here, look at the picture. The dog eats the bone. Here, who is the doer of action? Of course, the dog. And the thing on which doer act is the bone. Now, in another example, you may find the same thing. I purchased a laptop. Here, the doer of action, that is subject, is I. And the thing on which doer acts is laptop. So, what is the object? Object is the person or things that receive the action of the verb. Okay, so the thing on which the doer acts is called object. Here are the examples. Let's see. John ran to the shop. Here, who is the subject? John is the subject and the shop is the object. He paints a poster. Who is the subject? He is the subject, that is, he is the doer of action. And a poster, what the doer of action does is the poster. She is the, of course, subject. Eats a cake. Cake is the object. So, it is clear to you that subject is the doer of action and the object is the thing on which doer acts. Now let's talk the types of objects. In English, there are three types of objects. That is, look at the examples first. Jack caught a fish. the thing being acted on by the verb, that is the fish. Next, he gives her the fish, the beneficiary of the action, and she will cook the fish without salt. Here, the noun or pronoun governed by a preposition. So, in these examples, you find the things are being acted on by verb, and in another sentences you find the beneficiary of action is someone else, and noun or pronoun governed by a preposition. Depending on these, the object of English language or English sentences you can divide in three major parts or three major types. What are they? Direct object, that is Jack caught a fish. Indirect object, he gives her the fish, and the object of a preposition, that is she will cook the fish without salt. Now, see the example first. Our cat caught a mouse. Here the verb is caught. And what caught? A mouse. It is called a direct object. Our cat caught a mouse. Here verb is caught, and what caught? A mouse. Here also, the boss saw her in town. Here verb is saw, and what saw or whom. If you ask the question what or whom, you got the action her in town. Now, so what is a direct object? If you remember the examples, you find receives the action of the verb. The noun or pronoun that receives the action of the verb, and if you ask questions about whom or what about the verb, you may get the direct object. So let me sum up this for you. Direct object receives the action of the verb, and if you ask question who, whom or what, you get the direct object in that sentence. This is the formula: subject, action verb. If you ask whom or what about the action verb, you get the direct object. In a sentence, if you ask whom or what about the verb, you get the direct object. Let's see the examples again. Rita ate cookies. Ate is verb, and what did Rita eat? If you ask the question what did Rita eat, you got the answer, the direct object cookies. Now, what is then indirect object? Let's see the example first. He gave the pirates a chance. Here, gave is verb. The pirate who receive it, that is the chance. Ask what? If you ask what did he give? That is the answer is the chance. You know it is a direct object. So what is it? Who receives it? Who? If you ask the question who received the chance, your answer should be the pirates. Now, what is then indirect object? Indirect object is the recipient of direct object. Will follow an action verb, come before the direct object, and of course will be a noun or pronoun. Now, let's see more example. I passed Rovi the soccer ball. Here you find soccer ball is the direct object, of course, the thing acted on. And to whom was the soccer ball passed? The answer should be Robbie, and this is the indirect object. Now, let's see the difference between direct object and indirect object. What is that? Direct object is about something and indirect object is about someone. You understand that? The cookies, the chance. Okay, this is about something and indirect object always about someone. Now, after verb or indirect object, after verb or direct object. In case of direct object, you find no preposition. But in case of indirect object, you see the prepositions like to or for. Let's see the examples again. Manav bought some chocolates for his brother. Here, some chocolate is the direct object, whereas Manav bought his brother some chocolate. Here, his brother is the indirect object. In both of these examples, you find here for his brother is the indirect object and some chocolate is the direct object. And in the second example, you find Manav bought his brother some chocolate. Here his brother is indirect object and some chocolate is the direct object. Now, let's see the other variations. Shomir drove his car to the store. What do you see here? Car, the direct object. To is the preposition and the store, the object of preposition. The noun or pronoun that follows a preposition is the object of preposition. Then what is the object of preposition? You understand. The noun or pronoun that follows the preposition is the object of preposition. Let's see more examples. I like the book with the blue cover. She dances gracefully beside her. Here the prepositions are with, beside. Object of prepositions are the blue cover and her. So, all about this, the objects in English language. I hope you understand. If you have any problem, please do comment in the comment section. I will definitely answer them. No more today. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.